Hello, and welcome to my first episode in my Mount&Blade Warband series. Now, this is a pretty fun game. It's really old, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people actually play it that much on upload to YouTube anymore, but I want to give it a shot because not a lot of people are doing it at the moment, and why not? Let me just give you a look at our options here. I'm going on the easiest difficulty just because I'm not good at this game at all, and there's really the highest you can go is normal, and that's basically like hard. This game can be really hard if you don't put it to the proper settings, and these are the proper settings for me. I'm going to keep the battle size at max just because I like to have a lot of troops on the battlefield. You can have it, the lowest you can have 30 and the max is 50, but yet again let me actually change that. I think I'll change it to 100. There we go. Just so we get a bit better FPS. I'm not gonna mess with any of that. As you can see here, this is load screen. I only have one save game. This is one I've just messed around with, and I've got my own kingdom and all. We are actually playing with some mods that I've installed. It's just this diplomacy and conquest mod, I think it's called. There will be an annotation if I got that wrong, which I won't be surprised if I did. It doesn't do too much, it just improves the gameplay a bit and irons some things out. I might have to increase the volume a bit. I will do that after I record this, see if I need to. We will go for... Oh, wait. Okay. So we're not going to start off as a noble, we're just going to go right in, we're going to work our way up as a veteran warrior. And let's, I don't know, we were page edited, court, and squire. We'll just go with that. We're gonna go with realistic, no quitting, without saving. This is the way I always play, and I just like it. So, this will be your name. And this is the, this is the first bit of the character the second bit of the character creation. It's sort of like a normal everyday RPG of your experience. You have how much experience, how much experience you need to level up, how much health you have, which this is actually a pretty decent amount. I'll get more once I put more into Iron Flesh, and your level. Eventually, it does take a while to get levels, and the only way you get levels, I think, experience is to kill. So you don't want to just command your troops to just charge and let them do all the work. You want to help do some fighting yourself, because you're going to need the experience, especially for some of these, like persuasion to outspend along the way. So we're going to put a bit into intelligence. Intelligence is really good because not only does it increase a lot of pretty good stats that have to do with like inventory management, which you will need for your loot, spotting, surgery, and all this other stuff, but it also gives you, when you do it, it gives, what is it? Oh yeah, every point into intelligence immediately gives one extra skill point, and skill points are very useful. So we're going to put a lot into this and agility, because you want to, if you're going to go with my playstyle, you want to put a lot of that when you can, because you need to get it high enough. Because the horses I like to go for are the really heavy horses with all the armor and chainmail on it, and that's what you need. You need a lot of that to be able to even ride one. So usually I immediately just bump up Iron Flesh as much as you can, because you're going to need the health. We will also go for a bit of weapon draw, because I plan to get a bow in the future. Some shield. Horse archery. Bit of... how much points? Okay, we're pretty good. A bit of surgery is good. Get that right off the bat. Surgery, it gives a better chance that, one of your party members, like your soldiers, will only be wounded rather than killed, which is very good, especially if you only have, like, only a single Swati knight, which is a very good cavalry unit, which I'll probably get a lot of those. That's just the way I like it. And if you only have one of them and he gets stabbed in the face, I mean, you want him to be injured and come back later, not just dead, and you trained him all that much for nothing. A trainer is good to have some points into. I won't go for it right away, but do eventually, because if you have some very low class militia, every day in the game, some troops will actually get some experience and get them close to leveling up, which is very good, especially if especially if there's not many bandits around your area, and you need to train your troops and you're not at war, so you can't really fight anybody. I'm also going to go for a bit of... No, that's not what I thought it was. But yes. I actually am going to go for looting, just because the skill increases the amount of loot obtained by 10%, which you're going to need a lot of loot in the beginning to get money. Because you need money. Money is your best friend. Because some of the loot in this game is like tons of money. Like thousands of dinars. Like the horse I want to get eventually is like 4,000 dinars, which is insane when you start off. Trust me, it is. Oh god, my dog is barking downstairs. I might have to pause the recording. I think someone's about to walk in the door. So I like to go for one-handed weapons and shields. So we're gonna put a lot into that, and we're gonna also put a bit into archer. One thing I don't like about this game on this on this screen, you can't just like, oh, I accidentally put 1.2 mini into this. Let's just take it out and put it in that real quick. No, you have to reset change it, and it resets everything, and you have to do it all over again, which I hate. I really just go for this right here. Get a nice little mustache. Make myself very young, give me like orange, dark brown hair. That's just what I go for, just because I don't like to put too much time on the screen. And I'm gonna go for Swordia because I feel, I mean, I like to go with all cavalry armies, but the cavalry, the one nation that actually does have all cavalry armies. I'm just pause it to say for a second. The only nation that has full all cavalry armies, I don't like their cavalry that much. I prefer the heavy armored cavalry, and Swadia has that, and it has like the best heavy armored cavalry in the game. And it's insane. And this mod just takes it a step further, and you can upgrade the Swati militia, which is, I mean, not Swati militia, but the Swatian knights, which are like I feel the best unit in the game when it comes to cavalry. Only when it comes to cavalry, because Nor Herskau could easily go hand to hand with a single Swatian knight. But again, I still prefer my Swatians. Over the Nords. I'm just really going to skip this. If you want to read that, you can just pause and all that. This quest gets really annoying after a while. This is your first quest. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it just because I want this to be a good character. I want it to start out well, and we need some money. So you're going to give us an extra 100 dinars, and we have to go out and get 5 men. So this is the map. This is Swadia right here, the orange bit. This is the Nords right here. They're really ruthless, like Vikings, I guess you should say, and they occupy this little bit of land right here. The Swadians, which I chose, I think they're more like the Crusader Knight guys. They have, they don't have archers like some of the other nations. They just have like crossbows, heavy knights, heavy cavalry, and all this stuff. The Rodoks, sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. This is just the way I always pronounce them. They're really they're in a real mountainy region that isn't good for horses, so their army basically has no cavalry at all except for the lords. They mainly use spears and crossbows. The Serenades, I'm pretty sure. I usually just call these guys the Sardine just because their name looks like it a bit. They're like the Arabic kind of guys, and they have their short bows, and they're really good archers and pretty decent cavalry. These are we'll call these the horse clan. They're all horses. Horse archers, horse lances, everything. At some points in the unit upgrading system, they are on foot, but I think that's just at the beginning mostly. And these are they're sort of like snow Nords, I guess you say, the Vagars. They live in the snow.